Hello everyone, good morning and good day, good evening, I don't know what is it. So stay tuned until join some people and also to our honorable guest actually. Yeah, hello sir. Good morning or good day. How are you today?
I'm doing very well, thank you very much. This is Victor from Media. I'm one of the co-founders. Nice to meet you all.
Yeah, thank you sir. Just waiting for you actually. So I think we can start now. Are you ready?
Perfect, I am ready.
Okay, so I'd like to thanks everyone and also good day everyone to listen this Amy, and this is your favorite crypto space, Wise Crypto. Today we'll know more about Media, and here is Victor, our honorable guest. So, sir, first of all, could you say a little bit about your experience in crypto space, and also then you can describe about your team actually, like who are working your Media to our community. Please
Sure,
go
sure.
proceed.
Okay, once again, hi, I'm Victor Yampolskiy and one of the co-founders of Media. So my experience dates back to about 4 years ago when I entered the space. I believe that my business development and project management experience could be useful in the space. And so I started 4 years ago as a consultant advisor for various projects. And as things developed, I met some people and we kind of came up with some good ideas. And one of those good ideas was Media. Uh, I have background in industrials and tech and also renewables. I spent over 20 years in project management, close to 25 years. And so it's extensive experience in development and product development and also, of course, engineering design and all that goes with it. So so effectively our team, we have 26 people currently and about 14 developers, marketing staff, designers. So we have pretty much all the in-house resources, and that's how we were able to build Media full stack from ground up in-house. I'm done.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, sir. Happy to know about yourself and also your team as well as. And also, people, as you know, like Media is an innovative multi-network Web3. So I would like to know more from your side. Could you say in vastly like what is Media and also how it works in crypto space?
Right. So about 2 years ago, we were looking at what was happening in the space in terms of, NFT and being able to create and essentially to promote and engage and also monetize. And we saw that the services were fragmented, and they continue to be so today in Web3. So in order to be able to perform certain activities and to do, for instance, to go from create to monetization and everything in between, you have to use multiple platforms. And these platforms, of course, are created by different organizations. They have different logic and different levels of complexity. And so this creates immediately all kinds of barriers or friction also for creators and for projects, for brands, and also, of course, for users. So we saw that this is a problem that we need to tackle. And as we develop Media, we continue to evolve the concept. And we believe, for instance, that organizations should be able to run campaigns ongoing, nonstop. Because when you start a campaign, you should not stop it. You should evolve it, and you should continue to evolve that continuously. And we've incorporated that kind of functionality. We also believe that any organization, whether it's a project or creator or brand, any user really should be able to create dedicated spaces where they can drive their message. They can share information about their project in an adequate way, not just posting a logo or not just posting a brief description. So we've created dedicated spaces in Media for our users so that you're able to leverage and to bring information and to share with people, to engage, to tell people about yourself in a very meaningful way. And this is one of the things that we've come up with in terms of solutions for Media. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool. So although you described some problem you're trying to solve, but I just want to know more about that. Like, could you say what kind of problems you're actually trying to solve through your Media in a Web3 space?
Right, right. So, well, right now, I mean, for example, you're able to come into the platform and you're able to mint or create a collection, create NFTs. You're also able to create your own dedicated space in terms of a user account. So your user account is not just your account for your own personal use. It's an account that others can view. They can see your creatives. They can see what you're doing. And your account actually becomes your public page. You're able to release that as a public page, which is actually searchable on the web. Then further, what you're able to do is effectively set up campaigns, as I mentioned. Within the campaigns, you're able to run unlimited number of missions. Those missions can be bounties, they can be quests, they can be just simply, allocation of roles. They could be just simply earning points. You're able to drop tokens, whether it's NFTs or just ERC20 tokens. So it gives you a lot of flexibility. We also provide analytical tools so that the person who's created the campaign is able to real time see what's happening and to essentially gauge based on the campaign metrics analytics what they need to do in order to, for instance, improve and further drive growth. So this is just a few of the things. Of course, what's important to understand is that we have, of course, the NFT marketplace where you're able to monetize your assets. We have also marketplace for campaigns, so where you can come and for instance, users can come and they can choose from a variety of campaigns that projects or brands or creators are running. And so people are given a choice. Our users, they can go and they can participate in various campaigns, airdrops, you name it. And this is all available in one platform. So it makes it easy both for creators and projects and also for users who want to find those interesting projects. They want to find those interesting assets. They want to find real projects and participate, and make sure that they're safe. They're working in a safe environment. Of course, we verify all projects that list and create campaigns and do offerings on our platform. So this makes it much safer for the user instead of just chasing around different platforms and finding airdrops and trying to figure out if it's real or if it's just a trick. So these are the kind of things that we provide. Also, we have what's called a collections drop service. It's a Kickstarter for collections, basically a launch pad. So essentially, creators are able to immediately create their collection on our platform and also begin to promote it with campaigns and also add it to their launch pad. So they can make, for instance, a free mint. They can do a pre-sale, public sale. All that can be done, again, within our ecosystem. And this makes it very easy for everyone, because everybody is able to engage. They understand that they're working in a safe environment, they're interacting safely, and of course, we're vetting projects, and we like to think that we're going to have quality projects on the platform at all times. So this is what we're striving for. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so people, if you want to know more, you can check out their documentation and their social link. You can visit their website as also. So as far I know, their goal is to offer a diverse open platform that provides user with the necessary tools they need to create and monetize, deploy information and others.
Mhm.
So, sir, could you say more benefits actually for the users, and also the creators, if
Yeah.
they choose your platform, what kind of opportunities they will get from your site?
Well, I mean, users, first of all, we have free services, so we call this a soft landing. So whether you're a novice, you're just starting out, or you just want to be able to mint some NFTs, singles or multiples, you're able to do that for free. And then you're able to also take advantage of some other free services that we have. But what's important is that for creators and users, of course, we have various types of reward systems. So one of the things that we offer, which I think is really amazing, is that we're the first platform or the first ecosystem to offer what's called NFT rebate staking. And what this does is it really gives people the ability to do a couple of things. One is you have an NFT which you're able to stake, and this NFT is called Icon's Lifetime Membership. When you stake it, it rebases every 30 days. So that means that your staking value of the NFT goes up no matter what you pay for it. So if you pay like $40 for it, for example, and your value keeps going up, so let's say like in 90 days, the value of that NFT staking value is already $200, okay, for example. So what that means is that you're benefiting from participating in the ecosystem. You're able to stake. And also, in addition, we have what's called multi-token rewards drop. So that comes with the NFT staking. So what that means is partners that are dropping their tokens, that are wanting to promote and want to, of course, gain users. They want, of course, real users. They want people who are, crypto enthusiasts that are real people in the space. So of course the stakers on our platform are real people that are real contributors in our ecosystem. So what this does is it benefits the user tremendously, because the user will receive also free drops. As they stake, they'll receive free drops from partner protocols that are promoting on our platform. And again, these are vetted protocols. These are not just protocols just dropping tokens somewhere that, nobody vetted them, nobody knows really who they are, who's behind the project. So you never know what those tokens can lead to. Here it's very clear because we vet all the projects that are on our platform. So especially if they participate in our partner programs. So this allows the user to diversify their crypto portfolio, do it cost effectively, and of course grow, being able to grow their passive income, but at the same time they're also participating. Like for creators, for instance, if a creator is listing their collections, they're creating activity on the platform and so forth. So of course we have a partnership relationship with those kind of creators, and we offer them, of course, certain rewards as well. But what we want to focus on, and what we really wanted to focus on, is that our users always have access to a high level of utility. And so what happens when you stake your NFT, you're receiving also our token. And when you receive that token, meaning that this is not a partner token. The partner token comes on the multi-token reward drops. This is the token you receive when you're staking. So you receive that token, iToken, and you're able to use that token to farm liquidity. So we have farms. What this means is very simple. That means that about up to 50% of whatever income or whatever revenues are generated by the platform in terms of fees that we collect get dropped to these farms. So actually our users are able to use iTokens to actually farm liquidity. Okay, it's very important because what we look at is users who are part of an ecosystem like ours. We look at them as members and contributors. So it's extremely important that we want these users to stay in the ecosystem. We want them to be active participants. We want them to be motivated, and we believe that it's very important that they contribute, and of course they're sharing in what the ecosystem is generating. So I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so people, there are a lot of ways actually, like where you can earn your money. And also, sir, I have a little question. Like, can people sell your NFTs in any marketplace?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's the same across the industry, right? So essentially, we support Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain and Polygon. We actually don't have any limitation in regards to supporting EVM compatible blockchains. Like I've said, we built our stack from ground up, so we run all of our own microservices, events management, and also events management, meaning on the blockchain, and also Web3, the Web3 connector. So, in fact, what this means, we're able to support any EVM blockchain. But when you're talking about NFTs, if you create an NFT on Ethereum, and you want to migrate it to another chain, you're going to need a bridge. This is the case right now in blockchain for everybody, right? So I mean, there are new solutions coming on board right now, which actually we're working with one of the companies that makes it much easier to bridge your NFT to other networks. But to answer your question, yeah, we do support and plan to support a very large, extensive array of chains. Yes.
Okay, yeah, thank you for the clarification. So, like I did a lot of AMA in the crypto space, I saw there is a lot of competition in the crypto industry. So, could you say what makes Media Eye different and unique from others, and also what is the strategy to win this competition?
Well, I think what makes us unique is, again, that we have a very broad-based offering, which, again, it's about convenience. So, I mean, why do you use Amazon? Because it's convenient, right? So why would you use Media? Because it's convenient. It's a simple answer. The reason why is because not only are we offering, crypto native services, but we're also offering many services. We support social. So, of course, we integrate socials across the board. So this means that you can, of course, track, for instance, tasks and everything that whatever is being done on Discord, you can track that as part of your bounties campaigns, your token quests, and so forth, running by running missions. We have streaming services integrated like YouTube, Vimeo, Spotify. We've got also short content services that you're going to be able to actually play short video content, and this is something that you can create, which makes it again very unique because when you create your space, you can add short video content. We're going to be releasing iSocials, and this is a crypto native, or sorry, it's our to say it correctly, I would say it's our ecosystem native social platform, so which offers forums and dedicated spaces. So a creator or anybody can actually have their own space, and of course engage with people, engage with communities, engage with really, let's say, their new audiences and so forth. So again, in iSocials, we also support short form content for video, and of course a lot of other things in terms of being able to support, the social aspect of just people communicating, making sure that they can follow, like, they can contribute to content and so forth. So all that is taken into account in iSocials, but that's going to be coming at the tail end of our full release.
Okay, yeah. So I have one more question left before going to live. I would like to people actually get ready with your question if you have any more question and query regarding to their media eye.
Right.
So sir, like how do you think actually like your media eye is becoming successful day by day? What is your opinion?
Well, I mean, we have a tremendous amount of communication. Like my opinion in terms of what it takes to become successful day by day, or why do I think it's going to be? I didn't understand your question. Sorry. Can you?
Like yeah, for sure. Like I said, how do you see actually like your media is becoming more successful day by day?
Well, I mean, I think that it's just people recognizing, and projects and brands, whoever, recognizing the utility that we offer and the convenience, and of course it's very cost effective. So keep in mind that we, because of the number of services that we have on the ecosystem, we are not reliant on one or two revenue streams. So because of that, we're able to keep the cost of services very low. So I believe that we're going to have probably the most competitive cost of services for the services that we offer in the industry. We've been very let's say, aggressive about that in terms of research and understanding. And this is very important because I think that, when you're talking about developing countries and you're talking about, people coming from all over the world, because again, this is, blockchain is global, right? Web3 is global. So, we want to make sure that there's not going to be this barrier to entry because of, high cost of services for people. And so we've assured that. So again, I think the day-to-day success of media is going to be ensured by a number of things. Of course, it's the collaboration and partnerships that we're creating. It's also, of course, the awareness that we're creating, but at the same time, it's also we're reducing the barriers to entry in terms of cost and also in terms of usage, because now you don't have friction. Now you're not, forced to use 4 different platforms. To use 4 different platforms to create a campaign or just to launch your collection, you need a team. It's not one guy that's going to be able to do this. It's very difficult. You have to, and of course to run the marketing as well. So you need a team. Here you're actually able. One person is able to create everything. It's highly automated. It's very convenient. You don't find this in the industry anyplace else. So I believe in day to day, people recognize this more and more as we, of course, we're communicating with many projects, many blockchain foundations, and of course the word is getting out. So it's I'm in meetings pretty much round the clock. So.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for answering all the questions. Best wishes to your project, and also like hope that within some time you will be able to achieve your desired goal. Actually, so it's time to take some questions from the community. Are you ready?
Sure, of course. Be happy to answer.
Okay, I can see here is Phantom. Hello, Phantom.
Hi, Phantom.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, ask a question, please.
Yes, it's nice to be on air. So, have you considered the possibility of in-app purchase to enable users to buy PVL and
Sorry, I'm not understanding. It's very
fund
hard for me to hear.
use the actual payment? Have you considered the possibility of in-app purchase to enable users to buy PLB and fund book ICOs using their usual payment method registered on the Android and Apple account?
Well, I mean, okay, so I understand. Okay, so yeah, we are actually considering implementing account abstraction. So this allows you to it makes it easier for your experience to have to deal with blockchain, but also we're also dealing with payment providers, which also will be able to allow you to onboard capital easily from countries. So in your currency. So in other words, if you're in Brazil, you're going to be able to onboard in local currency there. If you're in Africa, let's say for instance South Africa, you're able to onboard with the currency there. So we want to support up to about 70 different countries with payment systems. So I mean, this is one of the goals again, because like I said, it's Web3 is global, and so we have to always be thinking globally about this. So yeah, to answer your question, yes, we're definitely working on that.
Okay, you're welcome, and thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Phantom, for your question. And don't forget to join all of their social link actually. Next one is Shalini. Hello, Shalini.
Actually,
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, ask your question, please.
Okay, my question is what is the revenue model of your project? How you generate revenue?
okay, well, I mean, we generate revenue in multiple ways. So we have, for instance, we have regular user accounts and we have pro creator accounts or pro accounts. And what that means when you want to have a pro account, so in order to be able to create campaigns and to be able to create or use the launchpad to launch your collections, you're going to need to have a pro account. Now, for users, that's usually a lot of users, they don't need that because they're not running a project, they're not running a business, they're just trying to, let's say, do something with NFTs. They want to mint their first NFT, or just mint something that they're experimenting with. So that's a free service, and easily you can mint as many NFTs as you want, and those are 721, 1155s. So with the revenue, to come back to your question, so effectively first it's the pro accounts that bring in revenue. Then the second is, of course, the campaign services, also the launchpad. So it's both a fee-based service, right, and also a service which we charge a percentage. For instance, depending, like if you're launching a collection, you don't want to pay anything up front. You're just gonna, once the collection is done, you've sold it, then then there's a small percentage that we take. But this is standard, and we actually keep the percentages much, much lower than all the competition. So this is very important to understand. We also have pay and go services. Pay and go services effectively allow you, for instance, to create generative collections. This is unique, right? Or AI generated collections. It's again unique. And pay and go services, again, this is a one-time fee that you're paying when you're creating a generative collection, for example. And we have other services, for instance, that are associated with socials, which is socials. If you want to create your own dedicated space, again, you will pay for that, but it's all the fees that we charge are extremely reasonable. So you do not pay. Like you're paying, like, for instance, peanuts in comparison to anything else that's being charged today in the industry. Very important to understand this. So there are no barriers. There's no thousands of dollars that you have to pay any place. Okay, I want everybody to understand this. And then we have, of course, other services which we support. And there, again, it's, for instance, the NFT marketplace. Yeah, we take a small percentage from the trading, as everybody does. Yes, and this is important to understand. Some people claim to be 0%, but eventually they anyways introduce a small fee. So we're also maintaining the fees on the lower end for the NFT trading to make sure that it's convenient for professionals, it's convenient for just people who are starting out. And again, it's not something that, we're actually assuming that our platform is going to be generating quite a lot of volume. So in that sense, we again are keeping the costs down. So there's a number of different types of revenue streams that are built into the ecosystem. And they're designed that way to make sure that every time that somebody enters the ecosystem, they don't have this friction. Oh, please, buy this membership for like $1,000 or something. No, we don't do that. We don't create those kind of barriers, and we want to make sure that as people come in, they can choose, based on what they need and the level of cost. But again, even at the most expensive service on our platform is about 2 to 5 times cheaper than any other platform in the industry. I can guarantee you that. Does that answer your question?
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Shalini, for your question. Next one is Daniel. Hello, Daniel. Are you there?
Hi, Daniel.
Uh, so my question is, what mechanism are you going to implement to make your project sustainable, and what new opportunities are you offering investors?
Well, first of all, in terms of making the project sustainable, we believe that it's essentially organic demand, which makes the project sustainable, right? And effectively that we see, for instance, in our overall ecosystem, right? We see what the dynamic, and we plan the dynamic based on, of course, various scenarios. Usually in business planning, you're using A, B, and C scenarios, right? So we see those various scenarios and we understand, hey, okay, this is good, this is going to be the middle of the road case, for instance, is this. And we see, for instance, that we can be very sustainable because the services that we offer and how people will be using them and implementing them, and the number of people and the number of projects, the number of participants in our ecosystem and markets, we anticipate that this is going to continue to grow, and it is going to create over time a very high level of resistance to downside. Why? Because, again, very important, convenience, a low cost of services, and also its fixed token supply. So we don't have a mintable token supply. It's fixed. And already right now, over 60% of the tokens are on the market. We expect to have, this is something that people have to, it's important to understand. It's not 10%, it's 60%. And as we plan in September, actually, I'm not going to announce any dates because that wouldn't be right. But in September, we are also planning to do a buyback of our tokens, because our token has already been quite a while in the market while we were developing. And effectively, we are planning to do a buyback because we had to go through crypto winter like everybody else. So this is going to be something that, again, is very important to understand. Now, we do see that because of the token utility as well, our token also provides the ability to receive discounts on the platform. You're able to pay for services with our token as well. So there's a lot of things that can be done with the token in terms of utility. And of course, the overall ecosystem in terms of what people are doing in the ecosystem. See, it's very important. Sustainability is based on user activity. Because if your users are active, if they have something to be active with, and we have plenty to be active with, ranging from socials to minting to creating campaigns to launching your collections and doing various offerings to participating in the marketplace. We also have charities. We have a partnership with the Giving Block, which is an aggregator for charities. They aggregate some of the most world's famous charities, which will also be on chain and available to our users. They can incorporate that into their NFT collections. And I'm not going to go into detail about how that's done, but it's already implemented, and this is something that will be available in what we call NFTs that care. So all this brings together everything for you in one place. And this is, of course, something that will ensure sustainability over the long run. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, thank you so much. I wish you good luck in future.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Daniel, for your question. And next one I have Trey. Hello, Trey.
Uh, 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 my question for Media is about regulation. Like, can you walk us through regulations, because a lot of projects has been closed in many countries due to failure to use a correct regulations and permits. So can you tell us what your team is actually doing in regard to this?
Right. Well, we don't do any activities that require like a crypto money license. That's not really related to us. Really, we're a services-based platform, so it's basically a blockchain as a service technology. So effectively, our token is actually not something that you are using as a security in any way. It has no attached investment offering to it. Thank God. It has nothing. So effectively, we don't see any problems with regulation. At this stage, we've had several times the lawyers look at it, and it looks like we're in very good shape. So I don't see any problems, no. But thank you for the question. It's a good question.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, yeah, thank you for your question. And the last one I have, DeFi crypto.
Yeah.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you are. Ask a question, please.
All right, so I have two questions. My first question, I just want to know, what step have you taken to ensure the privacy and the confidentiality of transactions and user data on the Media platform so far?
Sorry, I didn't understand the question. What's the what, sir?
Okay, so I was saying what step have you taken as a team to ensure privacy and confidentiality in terms of your transactions and users data in your platform?
Okay, good question. Yeah, so one thing you have to kind of again, I'll say this and I'll explain a little more detail. So we built our own technology from ground up. And what does this mean? It means a couple of things. We're using things like Kubernetes and Docker. I don't know if this guy's. I don't want to get too technical, but it's essentially it's a very strong way to containerize and protect code from being hacked. We also automated our environments, so we don't store like your personal data. We're not going to store that on our servers, and nobody can get access to it. It's automated, so admins, somebody is not going to be able to get into our system. So it makes it very safe. It's kind of like an enterprise approach. So we took, our CTO and a number of developers that are in our team, which actually came with our CTO, have a lot of enterprise technology development. So that they've developed a lot of enterprise platforms. So one of the first things in enterprise solutions is security, and of course data protection, data privacy. And this was addressed, I think, probably by them. They were very, very strict about that, and I like this. So one thing you should know that we have very high level. If you even compare, and this is very easy comparison to do. If any of you are developers, just go on our platform. You look at our front end code, then go on another platform and look at the other front end code. You'll see the difference in the number of errors. And I think that will be very visible. And the reason why is because we spend a lot of time on making sure the code is clean, it's optimized, and it's also safe. So in other words, it's not something that has holes in it and that can be easily they can't be in any way penetrated. Let's put it that way. And of course, our back end is highly protected. So all these things, all these measures, we've taken into account. That's why we've been building for about a year and 4 months. And we took our time because we believe that this is very important. We're planning to be supporting an ecosystem of many, many, many people. Already we have thousands of people right now in our testnet. And so we wanted to be sure that, hey, this is something that's going to be extremely safe, and we can be sure that our users are protected. So this is something that, and we're always happy with developers. If any of you guys are around, please feel free to come to our community, and we'll be happy to give you more technical details about it. Hope I answered your question.
Yeah, thank you. I have one more question. Can I?
Yes.
All right. So, in respect to your governance model, I just want to know, how are decisions made in the model, and also I want to know, in terms of regarding the upgrade and changes towards the network, how are decisions made there, and also I want to know for the token that we use as a voting rights? Like what is the minimum necessary to be one of the voter to make decision in the ecosystem of Media?
Right. So this is how it works. So essentially, we're releasing the lifetime membership collection, NFT collection, which you can stake with. That also has voting rights attached to it. Okay, so you're going to be able, you own an NFT, you're going to be able to vote. And those NFTs are going to be, of course, on the public market. They'll be available. The cost of the NFT it's just a support fee. We take an annual support fee and it's peanuts. It's like $40. That's it. So the thing is, what you have to understand, our goal is to make sure that everybody is interested to have NFT to be able to participate and maximum contribute to the ecosystem. And the I token is not an instrument for voting. It is an instrument for paying for services and providing utility in order to be able to, for instance, like, you want to open your own space on iSocials, you can do that with iToken. You want to, for instance, like pay for your pro account, you can do that with iToken. So we want to separate governance because there's a thing called the Howey test. And if you follow, it's a very old method of that the U.S. government came up with in how to test whether something's a security or not. So usually you do not want your token, which is being used on your platform, to also offer voting rights. It's just not. It doesn't make sense to do that, right? So the best thing is that, and really again, the Icon NFT collection is awesome. You guys will love it. And the thing is, right now we launched a free drop collection, keys. Right now I think it's in the top 5 on Polygon. We launched it on Polygon because it's a free drop, and it became very popular. It's always like the past week. It's been ever since it was launched. It minted out in less than 2 hours. It minted out faster than any other collection, which really surprised everybody. 10,000 NFTs. And with those keys, you're able to, if you have a key, which I don't know, they cost like $1 now or something. I don't know what they're trading for, but it's somewhere around $1. And you can use that to get access to the OG mint for our membership collection. And the membership collection gives you all these privileges. So it gives you a discount on services. It gives you, a lot of privileges. And of course, it gives you also voting rights. So this is something that you guys should understand. It's a very good question. And that's the whole purpose. And of course, with the NFT membership, you're able to take advantage of rebate staking. So, which I think is going to be very, very valuable for people. And also, of course, the multi-token rewards, which I mentioned before, coming from our partners. So there's a lot to do in our platform, and the iToken you can use, like I said, to actually participate in mining liquidity. So in other words, when you're farming liquidity, you're using iToken to farm liquidity on our farms, and which makes it really cool because you're able to then use your iTokens to share in the platform fees. Okay, so again, the fees that are generated on the platform, there's up to 50% on each blockchain is going to be dropped to the farm. So it's over time, the more popular we get, the more we expand our business. I think it could be a very interesting proposition for everybody. Did I answer your question?
Yeah. Thank you very much for the clarification. I do appreciate it. Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you, DeFi Crypto, for your question. And also, Victor, I think we're enough for now. We have to wrap up this segment. Mm-hmm. But before that, anything else you wanted to say to our community, and also any closing statement?
Yeah, I mean, again, thank you for having Media here and asking good questions that were thought out. Yeah, my closing statement would be: look, I mean, we're right now, we see how the creator economy is just starting to evolve, and one of our greatest philosophies and goals is to make sure that we support the creator economy, that we support the overall blockchain economy. And this was one of our main goals, is to make sure that the ecosystems that we release, is something that's going to actually create value for people, and it's real technology. So it's not something where we just incorporating, like 5 or 6 different third-party services and plugging it in and nothing original. It's just, it's just a service. it's actually very original because everything that we've done, we've built it ourselves, and it's unique in many ways. It's customized in many ways, and it makes it easy for you, for instance, to come in. It's highly automated, so you can come in and you can just follow basically step by step, and you can perform. You'll be amazed after you finish working on our platform. You're going to feel like a pro. So, and that's what we want. We want people to come in and say, okay, well, I'm not sure what I can do, but then when they start doing, they realize, hey, I can do this, and I can do this in an easy and clear way. So just leave you with those thoughts. And again, thank you for having us. It was a pleasure. Wise Crypto, thank you. And all the best, and have a wonderful morning, day, or evening, wherever you are.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for your precious time to our community, and also thank you everyone for having here to listen to this AMA. And best wishes to your project, sir. Good day.
Thank you. All the best. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.